I think we both thought everything was okay. We were having struggles like probably any marriage has, but there were some things going on kind of behind the scenes and some unforgiveness and some hurts from a long time ago that finally kind of got to the point where we realized we needed to do something. So we started some counseling with a pastor from the church, and he immediately mentioned this seminar here. He said he thought it would be something that would be really good and had heard some amazing things about it. So I immediately went home and we signed up and came, or we signed up and thought it would be just a really good thing to attend. We were really looking forward to it the closer it got because things had kind of hit ahead. So it was really one of those, have to get to that time to come to this seminar. Well, I was kind of skeptical at first because we had been to these kind of things before and actually walked out. So when we first came, I think we were both a little bit on edge. We didn't really know what we were going to do. As the day wore on, late Friday night, and then we got into Saturday, we could start to see things coming out. This Cornerstone does an amazing job of being very direct and not letting you skirt or skate on any of the problems in your marriage. And it's hard to hear, but you have to hear it in order for it to work. And for us, it was really good. But then when we got into Saturday night, into the confessional and those things, I had not really ever come to a point in my marriage where I realized the hurt that I caused my wife. I didn't know how to relate to her pain, but through Cornerstone and Roy and Sue, we were able to, I was able to, for the first time with Sue's help, figure out that I actually I do have empathy. I can be empathetic. I put myself in her shoes. I saw the pain, and for the first time, I think I understood how I'd really hurt my wife, and I felt like 1,000 pounds had come off. She had some issues regarding some hurts for me and was able to see my pain, so it was really a really good thing. It's unlike anything I've ever seen, heard, been to. You hear people talk, when they say something like our pastor said, this is just the most amazing, you kind of know it can't be, but the thing that makes us different than all the others is the very direct approach, not letting you off the hook. You have to go through it. You don't want to go through it, but you have to go through it. But to follow it up, they give you the tools to be able to do it. They don't leave you on your own. There's counselors there to help you through it. They want to make sure that when you go through this program, that you don't go home and you have a fight and you're right back where you started. So they give you the tools necessary to follow up. There's probably 4 pages in that book of counseling and programs. It's just unlike anything I've ever seen.
Their transparency and their commitment to being real.
I've always loved my wife, but it takes work. Roy said several times, what is love? It's W-O-R-K. What is love? It's T-I-M-E. I wasn't willing to put in the time and the work. I thought I could just skate by with doing the minimum, but that's not what God wants in a marriage. He wants us to be friends and to have a relationship together, and that's something that I think I took the most out of, is that she's always talking about work and we got to, every day it's a full-time job. And I just thought it was just a bunch of hooey. But when you hear somebody else talk about it and it's in their book, in their materials, I think our marriage, we go home after every session, they're intense, but they won't let you go home angry, or you're not going to go home. And it's just, everything is done to where if there's going to be some stress, they're going to be there for you. They're not going to let you down. They're not going to leave you hanging. And so I think right now we're in a very good place. A marriage is always a work in progress, but I think we're on the right path.
I think it was better
Yeah.
than what we thought.
Yeah, like I said, I was I'm a cynic. I'm glass half empty half the time. And after mid-second day, we drove home. I was like, it's finally starting to come together. I can see the puzzle pieces starting to take shape in the puzzle, and the way that Roy and Sue work as a team and their examples. It's easier to do it when there's two people up there that are real and show you or give you live examples, true examples of things that they've gone through that most you don't ever hear in a marriage conference. It's all about the perfect marriage and nothing ever, there should not be any issues. If there is, there's something wrong. And I mean, over and over it was, this happened the other day, or this happened, but they worked through it. And that's what we'll take away from this.